What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. For those who are new here, hello and welcome. Today is just going to be a chill day. Me and the little one decided to come outside for a little bit. She has been enjoying a carrot that I randomly found. So I was like, you know what? Let me go on ahead and not pick up my camera because I don't have my camera, I have my phone. And just kind of vlog what's going on today. It's pretty cold outside, but we have been cooped up in the crib. It's not terribly cold actually. It's only 39 degrees, but it's been windy. So real quick, I want to show you something that we have going on. So this shit here looks an absolute wreck from what's been going on. I told you that we have been finishing our basement. We got an egress window. So something that I have to figure out is what to do with all of this area to kind of not conceal it completely, but to make it look a little bit nicer over here. So this year we will be doing more landscaping projects, and I've kind of just been thinking about what I could possibly do to beautify the side and perimeter of my home. Let me turn you guys around. So this is what I'm working with. As of recently, all I've ever done was plant something here, and my elderberry is there. However, I will be digging up the elderberry and putting it elsewhere. But what I was thinking was maybe doing some blueberry bushes along there. That way Solana has something to snack on. And then maybe creating, like, I don't know, some sort of perennial garden on this side. This is full sun here. And then I have some herbs and things already here, so maybe just something bordering, low growing to make it look nice. But I was looking at shrubs and different things that I can put there that will be low maintenance, because as far as like my landscaping is concerned, I've not been the greatest as far as keeping it up. So I want something that I can put there as like some good bones to not really have to meddle around with too much. If you guys know of any plants or like even a kit, definitely leave your suggestions down in the comments below. But since we're out here, let's go on ahead and take a quick look around in the garden to see how everything is looking. Surprisingly, I did no cover this year, and so far so good. However, this week we do have some extremely cold weather coming in, like I want to say in the single digits and maybe even below zero. So I might end up throwing some frost fabric out here just because I want some of these things to continue growing. So we'll pull that out today later, but let me give you a quick look. So this is the broccoli bed. You can see these guys have been continuing to grow fabulously. No sort of, well, maybe a little baby head is beginning to form on some of these, but overall very slow growing, which is to be expected. This one looks like somebody has been eating off of it, which is weird because what is alive right now, but these are going good. The red mustards here, again, very slow growing at this moment. Collard greens, sorrel, what is this? Sage and lavender. These two I will be significantly cutting back this year, and I want to relocate them to this back bed here because last year everything back here was like extremely stunted, so I decided that this bed will be a perennial bed. So more kales back here. These all look really, really fabulous. These are extremely hardy. So I'm in grow zone 6B, I believe now. Ooh, you got another carrot? Wow. Huh, we're gonna have to wash that one off.
Yes.
Huh, you hold it. There you go. Oh, you got your garden. You got your watering can.
Yeah.
Period.
And the puppy.
But yeah, so this will end up being a perennial space just because I need something back here that can deal with being a little neglected. And then also we have some pretty deep tree roots that come up in here. And so I think that perennials would do better as far as competing with those. Annabelle, what do you smell, girl? Maybe there's a little cat that's been out here. All right, and then going down on this side over here again, my little, what are these called? Brussels sprout patch. You can just see like there's some major growth here and there, and then these three here are just itty bitty. I don't know what's up with that. Oh, look at this. He's got some color still. That's crazy. So again, I'll probably throw some frost fabric over, and then the rest of these are collard greens. If you've been here, then you already know. I am hoping that this holy basil is going to reseed itself in this corner to be glorious. And look at this. I was just talking about how my rosemary is still surviving, and it is still holding up, which is crazy. And then that's the little carrot bag that she got her little carrot out of. So say hi. Or not, you know. And then back here is where all of the garlic is. So you can see where maybe, you can see where some of it has come up. But then other than that, we've got chamomile in this corner. We've got some fennel over here that's still hanging on, radishes. And then this little trellising system back here will be where I sow in some sweet peas. This year, this glorious trellis is getting moved because it is entirely too shady back here. As you can see, we've got all these trees, and I just want to get this out of the way. However, the tomato the tomato walls will remain. Now I smell rosemary and holy basil on my fingers since I've been touching everything. Oh, and speaking of herbs, my green stalks. So this one here was not very full. I do have some strawberries up top. You found an acorn. Woohoo! Some sorrel in here, but this is arugula that is thriving in this weather. I have been coming out here and putting this on sandwiches. It has been freaking fabulous. Grow that in the winter, and the sorrel too. That's really good on sandwiches as well. And then over on this one is where everything was jammed out. Those strawberries, where I propagated some of the runners, all of those are still holding up nicely. This stalk here will end up being like pretty heavy on the strawberries. My thyme is doing really great. Oregano is still holding up nicely. I wasn't sure about the marjoram. You could see she's clocked out for the season. What? It's not summer. However, these green onions down here are still hanging on as well, which is amazing. All right, I'm getting cold. My hands are freezing, and I'm pretty sure my daughter's is too. So let's go inside and chat. So, be careful. So I have been back on a baking kick. I was trying to start a sourdough starter like maybe over a month ago with no success, and come to find out I had a bad batch of flour. So I ended up purchasing some starter from a good garden friend of mine online. Her name is Queenie. Her Instagram page is Garden of Queenie, I believe. I'll put it up on the screen so you guys can see. But her starter's name was Cecilia. So this is a descendant of Cecilia, and this is Rosetta. So I just pulled this out of my refrigerator, so I'm going to allow for it to come up to room temperature, and then I'm going to feed it so I can do some bread making in the morning before I head off to work tomorrow. So that's underway. If you want to see as I try out some new recipes, so far the only two that I'm like really solid on is just your traditional sourdough loaf and focaccia. However, I'm all right with the bagels as well. So if you guys want to see me make some sourdough bagels, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. But other than that, hold on. Let me show you guys the progress on my onions. Oh, I forgot to turn the lights on. So I had to restart my light because I think I've mentioned we're getting some things done in the house. So the power had to be put out. So I had to restart my light. Anyways, let me try to situate this real quick. Give you guys lighting. But we've got some baby seedlings up. We've got some spinach there. Our leeks are coming up strong. The bunching onions. The flat red is like still pretty sporadic. And then the same goes for the Walla Wallas. Not much germination there. And then the rosemary I know takes a little bit of time. So that is the update on that. Okay, so today is also going to be the day of some winter sowing. So the past few years I have been using this method, and I haven't done it like completely without fail yet, but I'm hoping that this year will be my year. So if you are unfamiliar with winter sowing is a perfect method to use if you have few resources. You can winter sow things that can tolerate a little bit of a frost. And so what I am doing here, I'm going to use this seed tray. It's a pretty big one here to get some cabbages, some bok choy, celery, and cilantro started. And we'll go over all of the varieties once we get back inside, because I'm not staying out here to actually sow these seeds. I just wanted to get this lovely compost that I have been allowing to age on my back deck here. This is a mix of potting mix and compost that I was able to make indoors using my loamy. So I just want to make sure these are nice and packed in, and if I need to come back and add more, I'll do it later. All right, so as far as varieties are concerned, I have, like I said, some cilantro here, and this is a long standing, so it should be slow to bolt. We have some pak choy white stem. We have some bok choy tatsoi. We have the 1 kilo slow bolting Napa cabbage. And then we have some Savoy cabbage. And I recently received this seed packet from Queenie's Garden, which is the Chinese pink celery. All right, so I got everything planted, and honestly, as I was planting this, I'm really thinking that maybe I should start my celery seeds another way as well, because I don't think that I've ever seen anybody do the winter sowing method for celery, because I know celery takes quite a bit of time. I actually have celery still out in the garden, but I really wanted to try this pink Chinese celery as well. So everything is patted in, good to go. So now let's take this outside for cover. Quick update on my seedlings that I have currently started indoor. I started my onions, leeks, and some spinach in here in my little small space seed starting station. What I remember, Something that I noticed that would be a problem immediately, and therefore I found a solution. Being that we will be watering this, you don't want to put anything on these lower racks that would be compromised if they are wet. So for me, my seeds obviously were a concern, so I just grabbed this little tote here that has this lid on top. So in case you are trying out this sort of setup, definitely make sure that you have everything covered up underneath. That way nothing is ruined in the process. And then I also have my seed starting mix down here at the bottom, which is also covered. So the onions, leeks, everybody is doing well. Let me bring you in closer. I mean, you probably can't really see because I just took the light away. But you see, I have some things that have come up. Got some spinach there. That's a seed. My leeks are all doing really good. The bunching onions are coming up nicely, and some of the Walla Wallas have come up, but none of the flat red, none of the rosemary yet, which is kind of to be expected because rosemary takes a little bit of time. Another suggestion that I got from that video was to take cuttings of my rosemary and to propagate it. I might try that, but maybe not with the rosemary that I currently have out in the garden. I might go and buy some rosemary from the grocery store, which is probably about a $3 investment or so to continue to grow some more rosemary. So I'm going to give that a go. But yeah, let's get this stuff outside and watered. All right, and the coverage that I will be using, this is now, I don't know how many years I've had this, but I got this little mini greenhouse situation from Aldi's years ago, but I will find a similar product on Amazon and link it in my description. But that will be my coverage. And I'll just have to come out here every once in a while just to make sure that everything is still covered, number one, but then also that it is watered nicely. So this setup comfortably fits about 3 of those same size trays, or like the 10-20 trays. So as I get, or first of all, as the weather gets a little bit warmer and as I'm starting to sow some more of like my more cool weather crops, I will have more space to put out here. But I'm trying out a new camera today, and I didn't want to film this main vlog or my main footage for this vlog using that camera because I'm still figuring it out. So you guys will have to tell me what you think of the quality from some of the clips, and I'll make sure that I notate which clips are coming from that camera versus this, which is actually just my phone today. But that pretty much wraps up everything that I will be doing for now. Definitely make sure that you guys stay tuned to the channel. Go on ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hopefully you have learned something or are inspired by this winter sowing method. I highly suggest it for people that are working with limited space, which is the case for me this year. And also I'm still curious to hear your suggestions about the landscaping stuff. So I thank you guys so much for stopping by. I wish you health, wealth, and prosperity, and until the next time, peace. So this is the new camera. Again, you guys can tell me what you think of the quality. I don't have the external mic on this right now, so I guess this is more so of a test for myself as well. But this camera is supposed to make my life just a little bit easier. However, I'm still trying to figure out like some of the technical parts of this camera. It's easy to film, not so easy to actually upload and format the footage and edit and everything like that. So still learning that, but let me know what you guys think.